On today's show, it's Miller time. That's right. Get your Bud Lights out. You'd say that doesn't make sense, but it makes a whole lot if you know what we're talking about. Bart Miller joins the show. He will discuss with us what's going on down there in Florida with him. We're going to talk to the man with the nosedive heard all throughout the land. Some of you are upset. I realize that. I've never received so much hate mail in 24 hours than I have over the past day. But hey, listen, it's going to be an interesting show. Either way, we're glad you guys are here. We're happy to have Bart on the show. And any of you who would like to join us in the future, we will talk about that as well. But I have weekly one-wheel challenges to get to, and the winner has passed on his or her prize. So we will be giving it away live today on the air. So all of you in the social media lounge, prepare yourselves. We love you. We're giving you a shot at the winner's Jeff White custom footpad today. All you have to do is call in when we tell you to. 571-354-7338. Strap it on, folks. Your chance to win starts now. Welcome back, folks. Belly Matt LaBelle, producer extraordinaire across the way. How are we doing this morning, bud?
Good, good. I just wanted to throw out there, I know what we're serving in the social media lounge today.
What are we serving in the social media lounge?
Custom omelets.
Ooh.
Anything you want in there?
Made to order. MTO.
Made to order. So you just come on down to the station and order that omelet.
Just like the footpad made by Jeff White, which we will be giving away here at the end of the... we'll do that in the third segment. We will give that away in the third segment.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so we'll do that. We're going to do weekly one-wheel challenges. We'll talk to Bart. We'll do a giveaway for all of you sexy-ass social media lounge listeners. Thank you for your time. We appreciate you guys as always. It's time to get to the show. It's your boy Luch here hanging out with you guys as always. Thanks for spending some time with us on a Tuesday morning. Soaking wet. Jesus H.
Here where we are, soaking wet. And it's going to get even more wet this weekend.
All of you out on the West Coast right now who have like patios with furniture that don't even have to get rained on. You don't have to worry about it. They're not even waterproof furniture because it never rains out there. You have no idea what is happening over on the East Coast right now. It's been raining for a week straight. I've had a fever for the last like 3 or 4 days. Finally got over it. Had to do 2 weddings in the damp ass wet water. My feet were soaking wet. I was drying my socks in the middle of a wedding in the bathroom in the men's room with the, the hand dryer that you put your hands in. I had my socks. I was just like chilling, like trying to dry them out so I didn't have to work a wedding with completely wet feet. Did it anyway. It's pouring rain and we're about to get crushed with a hurricane.
Even more rain.
Yeah.
Why not?
They're talking about 7 inches of rain dumping on us after it's already flooding. So we're not going to be riding for a while. And because of that, we are going to be taking the next week off. We are not going to be doing a show next week, and we will not be doing the weekly one-wheel challenges next week.
What?
That's right.
This is news to me, folks.
We're not. We are taking next week off. It's going to be a puddle in about half the country, and I don't want to alienate people. Also, there's been some behavior that I don't want to. I feel like we need to take a week off.
Okay.
We're going to take a week off.
You the boss.
All right. So enjoy. Hopefully you enjoy today. We'll have a wonderful show with you guys.
Yeah.
We're going to take a break that we deserve, I feel like we very much deserve a break. Belly has nothing to do today other than wake up early and be with you and get yelled at, which we've been getting yelled at for the last 24 hours.
I stayed up too late last night because
I
downloaded 2 games on my...
Spider-Man's good.
Spider-Man's looks like fun.
Spider-Man's
good.
good.
I was playing Mega Man 1 through 6 last night is what I was
Good for you. But yes, so... As I'm saying, we'll get to a little bit what I want to talk about later, but we want to get to the weekly one-wheel challenges, so let's do that. Belly, you've got a lot of work to do, so I need you in production mode. As per usual, let's start. Who do you want to start with? Who are we starting with here?
Let's see. Who do you think is best to start with today?
Well, we have a winner, but we'll get to that later.
Let's start with Eric Schmitz. How's that sound?
That sounds great. Let's do that. I want to see, because before you even go to that, now, this was more of a time trial, so thank you, first of all, to everybody who participated. And if you want to participate, just head over to the Facebook group, Weekly One Wheel Challenges. It's been a blast watching you guys do this. It's been a blast watching you guys get better.
They took it to the next level when it came to the competition. They took really good care of it. They obviously people pushed it very hard.
Multiple entries,
scraping the boards down. Some of them were
falling over, scraping their boards. Like I feel bad. I feel like I got to put a disclaimer out there, like, hey, push yourselves, just be careful.
Yeah, take care of that board. But no, they crushed it this week. A lot of great submissions, and we'll start with one right here. So let's get it going.
Eric Schmitz
is this one
from
here.
the 200-pound class. Go ahead and drop him out there. There he goes. Now remember, you have to go forward, you have to go backwards, then you have to drop a figure 8, and then you have to do a full loop. Now, Chris Richardson and I were talking about this morning after watching the winner, which we will mention in a second. We were thinking that, oh wow, you have to be a lot more narrow to shave the time. Chris was saying narrow on the figure 8s, with more of a loop on the circle. See what you guys think. But for 200 pounds and plus, I mean, dude, this is a lot harder.
He's pulling those corners real good.
He is, man, and he's pushing it. Like, it's a lot harder than you'd realize to get this board to stop and start again, and then bang, right on the dime. He's timing himself, too. Look at him go. Eric, great job, dude. Unfortunately, it wasn't the fastest time, but it was really, really good. 45-43. I gave him a pretty close official time, so very nicely done there, and we appreciate you. Now, I know we want to also do John Stock, because John had a different way of, that was the last one you were on, whichever one you were just on.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I know.
Did we lose it?
I'm just clicking around.
Look at Belly just moving. So if
I'm
you
just
could play John,
sure I got everything lined up.
Did you guys see John putting his hand on the ground? Like you guys see like the motorcyclers who do like the hard cornering and they put their knees on the ground almost? It kind of felt like that watching John. Let's watch his, because he was all about putting his hand on the ground for the tight turns. I thought that was pretty neat. So here's John Stock.
Is that scrape?
Just beating up the board for the purpose of the challenge. I love it.
Warn your ears, folks.
Yeah. I'll try to bring it down a little bit. There you go. He's pushing it. But I just love seeing you guys do this. I saw some comments, Terry Peter saying something like, this was a lot harder than I expected it to be. It's not that this was, crazy long or intricate, but it was designed to just kind of give you something outside of the box to work on. It's the whole point of these challenges. I want to get you guys better. I want to start improving our skills. I want to improve my skills.
And if we ever want a one-wheel Olympics, we need events. We need to start coming up with some events.
Well, there you go. And that's the whole point of what I wanted to bring up. The reason that we started doing this, Belly, it's a very good point. Great job, John. The reason that we started doing this is I want to set up a circuit of challenges so that we can get this on ESPN. I talked to a lawyer and I said, how do you get this onto the X Games? How do we get the one wheel on the X Games? And they said, well, typically in situations like this, there's already a circuit, a national or at least a regional circuit that's built in place. And then ESPN or Fox Sports or whoever wants to, X Games, can just come in and say, oh yeah, we'd like to do that. It looks like it's already prepackaged. We'll just make it bigger and support it and now make it global. So what we need is some sort of starting place, and that's what the idea of this was. If we can find a way to really host challenges and then have a panel of judges, which we are putting together, and I have more news on that. We have a massive announcement coming up here at the end of this segment. Massive announcement. We have a new sponsorship. We're gonna start sponsoring riders here at TTR Studios, and we have the first one ready to go. And that person will be joining us on the panel each week for the weekly one-wheel challenges. We're excited to have that person to be joining our squad, and we are supporting them in all that they do because they deserve nothing more. In fact, I'm just going to go ahead and say it. We're going to sponsor Chris Richardson. Listen, I think he deserves it, and I don't want to wait for him to get a sponsorship anymore. I think the guy deserves it. I know there are a lot of you going, why don't I deserve it? Maybe you will. Maybe you do. Chris has been so supportive of people that are new riders, coming in with tutorial videos out of the woodworks, dropping knowledge on people in the weekly one-wheel challenges, trying to just show them where the bar is set, but not really compete. We want to bring Chris into what we're doing. So we're going to actually throw him some gear, and he's going to start repping us in his videos, but we want to have him on the panel for people who are going to start judging. He, Belly, and I will be the weekly one-wheel panel at this point, and Chris won't be he won't be like a challenger anymore. He won't be participating as a challenger. He's going to be with us maybe helping me set the bar or put some videos together for you guys to do the challenges, because let's be honest, like we can't all just do the stuff that I can do, because I'm not that great. Like, I'm good, I'm okay, but we need somebody who can actually like set the bar a little higher. And Chris is going to do that for us. We're very excited. He deserves the sponsorship. He deserves anything that comes his way. I think he's a really positive impact on the community. For some reason, I feel like he doesn't get the credit that he deserves, and so we're going to give that to him. If that rubs some people the wrong way, I apologize. He's not the last person we're going to sponsor, and if you think you deserve to be sponsored, let me know, or start doing things that might catch our eye, because we're going to start sponsoring riders. Just the way that, you know, other groups do. I think he deserves some recognition, and we're really proud of him, to be honest with you. We're proud of you, Chris, and we're glad to have you join the squad. So welcome to the TTR Studios team. He is the first officially sponsored rider with us, and he's going to be on the panel from here on out. So with that being said, I believe we have something from the social media lounge being piped in.
I've been rolling. I've been waiting, and I'm very excited to get the social media lounge in here. First, they were very complimentary of John doing his turns and the way they were tightening up.
I was wondering how that would be received.
The other thing, they said it's been a blast attempting these challenges. Once Year even pointed out he first tried it on the Hoosier tire, didn't get the kind of grip he was looking for, kind of the turn.
He didn't change his tire, did he?
I was on the Hoosier for the first attempts and then realized that the Vega was much faster, and this was because you can pivot on the cornered wheels.
Vega for the win. So
Vega for the win.
I agree. I like my Vega for this one. I mean, I've ridden a Hoosier before. It's a different ball game for sure. No shade against anybody who rides the Hoosier. It's funny because weren't people talking about the Hoosier was going to kill the Vega on this, and then go figure, the Vega is what actually works out.
And then based on your announcement, everyone was very excited for Chris.
Good.
You know, everyone's always stoked up about Chris. He's always a big positive impact on the community, on the show a lot of times.
Support him. He supports us. He supports you guys. He supports new riders, and he's doing a lot of stuff to further the community. So we're glad to have him.
And Once Year says he has 2 setups, obviously.
Good man, Once Year. Back to it. Sean Nelson is the next video, dropping some bombs. This dude put a couple of them together trying to beat the winner. He came close. This is Sean Nelson, all the way up from Canada. Team Canada, killing it.
I love the scrapes.
Dude, I love the scrapes for some reason. You know what I can't stand, though, is the sound when you stop and start hard. I'll show you, right? It's on the forward and backs. It's not... it scares me, right? That little creaking. Yeah, it really makes me worry about the motors. I'm like, I don't want to brick anybody's boards, dude, with these challenges. It terrifies me. So I see us all pushing it. He's smooth, man.
Yeah.
He's moving. Can I just say, Canada looks fucking beautiful?
Yeah, it looks nicer than here for sure.
But he's all padded up. Look at that. He's got
skies.
His gear on. I appreciate that. He's rocking his full gear. And a dot pro.
And the dot pro at the end.
Nicely done,
that
Sean.
Is the way to do it.
Very nicely done. So most of these are around the 42nd. Few are sub 30. Right around 38, 39. Once Year came up with it, but then I know we had Amanda, who almost put herself on the DL. So if we have that, it looks like maybe we don't. I'll stall for you. But I know Amanda Thompson. First of all, Once Year, we're not going to play your video. This one, we're trying to make sure we hit everybody. But you had an awesome submission, dude, and really smooth. Like, to see the level of improvement in some of these riders, like, I don't even think Once Year could do a 180 when he started doing these challenges. And now the dude looks like he could just blow me out of the water. Not that I'm anything special, but I'm just like, whoa, this guy is improving really quickly. So this is Amanda Thompson, who almost went down and sacrificed both her wrists for this. I don't know. I actually haven't seen this.
Yeah, we need a live timer here.
Hold on. Live timer.
We're going to live timer you here, Amanda.
That's okay. I'm down. Hold on.
Go. One.
On. Wait, no. Go pause it.
No, I have to go back.
Hold on. I want to live time her.
All right, we're pausing. This is just a pause real quick.
So, okay, I'm ready when you are. Go back to the beginning.
Ready.
All right.
Get ready to hit start.
I'm ready.
So
live timing.
Live timing and here for Amanda Thompson.
Shout out to Amanda for following directions and showing the oh, there she goes. All right, here we go.
Boom.
It was also, Belly, pretty interesting to see the different scenery that people chose. Like some people chose like a tennis court for Once Year, or this is obviously a parking garage.
Just like Stock, Jonathan Stock.
Yep. There's that creaking. Freaks me out.
Oh man, look at that. Nice.
Just fantastic form. Getting a little wide. Little wide. Okay, back to it. I'm at 30 seconds right now.
She's almost done.
Coming through to the end. These turns are looking good. And stop.
Yes, the end of that. The end of that was fantastic.
No, 42 seconds on the dot. 42 on the dot. Very nicely done, Amanda.
Fantastic timing. 42. Nice job.
So before we get out of here, we have to play the winner. Now, I have to also figure this out, and this is why we're going to take a week off while it's raining and pouring and everybody's yelling us for the guests that we're having on the show today. I don't want to just take a week off, settle down, but I need to figure out how we're going to separate people who are like, it's tough because I want this to be inclusive, but I can't just have like people like this person who totally just crushed everybody this week. I can't have like pro riders just dominating every week.
But at the same time,
I want them to feel like they can participate.
When you bring it in the speed, the pro riders are gonna
they're gonna come out of the woodwork,
bring the game.
But what I appreciate from this pro rider is he said, "Hey, I appreciate the win. Give the prize to somebody else."
Mm-hmm.
Awesome of him. So Jake Leary from the Float Life team, phenomenal job. Thank you for participating. Let's go ahead and show his winning video of 35 seconds in the middle of a GD hallway, showing that it's all about being narrow. It's too narrow. I can't get through the gate. Do you know that commercial?
No.
Drew Brees, when he's driving the float, he's like, the gate is too narrow.
Yes, yes, to ESPN's headquarters. Yes, ESPN commercial.
This hallway is so narrow. I was like, how's he going to do this? He's going to fall down the stairs. No. He's just going to drop a 35-second bomb on everybody. Jake Leary.
Hopefully I can get it switched fast enough.
You are this week's winner. You guys see how tight he's keeping it? I mean, he's just keeping it tight. And that's what I think, just because this week is over, go back out. It doesn't mean you can't. Keep trying this. See if you can shave some more seconds. And look how he's doing it. He's keeping it tight, right? He's also on a pretty slick ground, which might help.
Yeah, I want to do this in a cafeteria.
Right? Maybe some hot dogs.
A gym?
Bang. So that was like 35-something, and obviously just completely crushed everyone. So congratulations, dude. You are the winner in Legoland. Jake Leary, come on down. Congratulations to him. Everybody in the social media lounge, feel free to hit him up with some congratulatory words. I know he'll appreciate it. And all you guys that are out there that are sponsored, feel free to compete. I would just say that if you are sponsored, you're probably let's just have you not eligible for a prize. Let's do that each week. And I'd like to keep that so that everybody can feel like you can participate. We can learn from your videos, but I don't want people to feel discouraged about posting their stuff, even if they're, I want amateurs and new guys and girls posting.
Hey, I've tried a challenge.
Yeah, fell on his ass. But that sex change.
Almost got it. Almost got it.
That's proud of you. All right, so we'll do this. When we get back, it's Bart Miller coming in next, and then we will give away a free Jeff White custom foot pad, brought to you, of course, by Jeff White and us here at TTR Studios. Don't go anywhere. It's all coming up right here on the Voice of Onewheel. Have you ever wondered to yourself, man, what the fuck am I gonna eat today? I I got the answer for you right here, folks. It's Marinate Restaurant. You marinateyourlife.com. That's what you're going to do. You're going to go over there. You're going to get yourself some sliders, some bowls, some soups, some tacos, whatever it is, because you know on Tuesdays, those tacos are buy one, get one free. So head over to the Brando store on the corner of Western and Melrose and get yourself some goddamn tacos. Let's go, baby. MarinateYourLife.com. Head over there today for the best food you've never had. Welcome back, folks. Hanging out with you on another Tuesday live at 11 a.m. like we do Eastern every single Tuesday right here on the Voice of Onewheel. We are now joined, of course, by Bart Miller from Florida. What's up, Bart? How we feeling this morning, man? We have him?
He's here.
Bart, what's up, dude? There he is. We are doing wonderful, my man. Thank you for joining us today. I think... Can we hear him? What kind of Bart? What's the weather like down there?
Hot.
Super hot.
The Florida living.
Dude, we're getting crushed with a whole bunch of rain. Thank you for joining us. I know we kind of reached out to you last minute yesterday. Let's just start off by saying I appreciate you joining us. I appreciate your time. The Nosedive heard around the world. Do you realize how much vitriol and hate that video has caused?
Somewhat.
So why is that happening? If you don't know what I'm talking about, why are you even listening to the show? You know you've already seen the video. So why is this causing myself, Belly, everybody at TTR Studios to get nothing but hate mail and a whole lot of why is this guy on the show? What has he done for the community other than Nosedive?
I'm asking myself that same question.
Bart,
you must be scraping the bottom of the barrel to need me.
It's not that we need you. It's that I find this fascinating. I find you to be a character, a voice in the community that for some reason has polarized the entire group of people, where I think some people, I mean, first of all, let's just go over the facts. You're not 20 years old. I mean, you're not just like a single guy riding around. You're a dad. You're 42 years old. You've had a stroke.
Yeah.
Can you take us through that? Why are you no longer working? Why are you in the lifestyle that you are in right now?
I'm just trying to enjoy my life now. I worked 16 to 18-hour days. I didn't get to spend time. I got a 19-year-old son, and he basically, I raised him, until I got remarried again alone, and I missed out a lot of his life, and working too hard, working way too many hours, and ended up having a stroke at like 37 years old. So my wife and I just decided to kind of chill out, move to Florida, and just enjoy, our 6-year-old daughter, spend more time with my son, spend more time with my wife, spend more time on my one wheel. Just have fun.
There you go. I like that a lot.
There's been Belly has been realizing that there might not be a person in the community that loves the one wheel more than Bart Miller.
I like the style, honestly. I mean, for me, the one wheel style and the way I perceive it, especially as someone who doesn't ride it as much as others, if at all compared to others. The lifestyle is the lifestyle where you find that time to ride something like that, and it's all about. And a lot of people use it to spend time with their families and their loved ones now, and it's great. I find it. I've seen so many kids riding this thing now, especially.
Have you ridden with your kids?
Yeah, actually, I have. It was before I had my board. Ryan Hurwitz, he's one of my best friends, the one who designed up the, my grip tape, but. He had a fender, so I set her up on the fender and we rode around, and it was fun. I mean, it's not like I was going fast or anything, but she really enjoys it, wants to ride it. I can't keep my wife off it. I mean, it's obviously you've seen the videos.
Well, dude, I mean, we saw the bump that you hit when you were riding. You were riding along in what beach was that, by the way?
What was that?
What beach was that you were riding at? It looked like you were at the beach.
Yeah, we were at St. George Island.
And so I just want to go through the mindset of that video, because just so you know what I've been going through since I posted that you were joining us on the show. And I'm saying it in front of you because I know you have thick skin just like we do here, but you're not stupid. I'm sure you've seen a lot of the stuff that's going on. Anytime you're posted about is people get really angry, I think, because I've been getting, why are you making stupid people famous?
I disagree with that.
I also disagree with that, but let me hear it from your perspective.
Well, I disagree. You know, I've got a lot of people who are out there, you know, who get in touch with me and tell me, you know, hey, I did exactly what you did, you know, and they can sympathize with what happened to me. I mean, it didn't happen to me. I caused it. I created the whole scenario by going outside what the board is initially intended to be. However, I do that with everything. You know, anytime I do something, I go 110%. So people can sympathize with that. People like that. People like daredevils. I'm not a daredevil, but I do stupid things. And if you're going to be dumb, you got to be tough. So, you know, people like that. The people that don't like that, I call them millennials. And I don't really give a shit what they think. I mean, it's my life. Quit worrying about what else somebody's going to do. You know, go have your life. If you want to do whatever you want to do, then that's fine.
And, you know, have you realized that I think most of the people that I'm getting just negative feedback from, they're older. They're the older folks who are saying he's riding, he got publicized and he got attention for riding like an idiot and being a black guy on the one wheel community. And I personally would like to challenge anybody with that mindset and say, first of all, did you go out and, like, what was the purpose of that video? Were you trying to see how fast you were going? Were you trying to capture a nosedive? Or were you just saying, hey, I'm going to go send it. Get me on video. Were you just sending it and they just hit the video? Like, why was that video taken?
The video was taken because I was actually coming back and, you know, Ryan was like, how fast were you going? I sent him a little video and I was like, I was going 26 miles an hour. And he was like, bullshit. He's like, it ain't real if you don't get it on video. So I was like, all right. So I got my son and he was in his car and he was behind me and I was in front of him and we were doing like 24, 25 miles an hour. And we got it and I sent it to Ryan and, you know, I was like, all right, well, just, you know, pick me up here at the stop sign. And I started going down the road and I thought it'd be a cool video with him driving next to me and his girlfriend videoing him and my wife and kid in the back. And I was just having a good time, had too many, had drank an entire bottle of Loco Nut rum.
Okay. All right. Not the smartest thing to do before riding at speed.
Of course. It's the perfect thing to do. It numb the brain cells and the pain, but not for very long. And so I was just having fun. I was saying, thank you to Ryan, you know, just having a good old time. And I was like, I'm going to go hit a top speed, you know, and I was just having fun, just shooting down through there. And that's why I say, you know, you asked me about fangs, but when it lets loose, it's instant and you have no time to react to it.
Well, to drive it back, I asked you in the pre-show meeting, do you think fangs would have saved you? And what are your thoughts on fangs in general?
I think that, you know, my momentum, the speed that I was going, you know, the board slides when it hits anyway, but let's say I was traveling at 25 miles an hour and the board stops. I'm still traveling at 25 miles an hour. Like I said, I'm no Carl Lewis, so I cannot run that fast. I made 3 ball stretching steps, man, and then boom, hit. But what it didn't show was I bounced right back up, grabbed my board, grabbed my sunglasses, hauled ass, and was like, get me out of here right now.
And you're saying with fangs, you don't think that would have helped you run it out at all?
No. Not at that speed. Who can run that fast? I don't know anybody who can run 20 miles an hour, much less any over that. So
Usain Bolt, basically.
Don't get me wrong. I think fangs are great. I think people, you know, love to have things that they feel are going to make them safe. It's just like a helmet. It's just like pads, just like knee pads, wrist guards. But it doesn't matter. If you wreck and you're wearing all that, you're still going to get hurt. You're going to get scratches. You're going to get scraped up. Yeah, you're probably going to get, if you hit your head hard, which I did not, I'd much rather be wearing a helmet. But this is the state of Florida, and we don't even wear helmets on motorcycles. So come on, people, get real.
Well, that's what a lot of people around the country are saying. Yeah, and you guys are fucking idiots down there. And so You have to understand that that's a difference of mindset, which I'm not going to get on somebody for advocating for helmets and helmet use, especially in my motorcycles. I've seen 2 motorcycle crashes right in front of me. Belly, what's up?
We talked a little bit in pre-show.
You're asking for trouble.
Yeah.
But they're fun. Why wouldn't you?
We talked a little bit in pre-show about his extreme sports history, so we want to get into that.
Yeah, I mean, you come from what, motocross or what?
Yeah, I rode motocross for a little while. I raced cars. I was actually a driving instructor for race cars for almost 7 years. So I instructed people on how to ride. You know, when we ride, we'd you know, you learned how to wreck. You learned how to kind of, you know, tuck down and go in and create a better scenario of the outcome of a wreck. I've always been like a cat, landed on my feet. Yeah, I'm getting a little older, so it looks worse when I do. But you know, I've had many history. You know, a lot of history with wrecks and a lot of history with things of that nature. So this to me is just like riding a skateboard. I mean, we didn't wear all that stuff back in the 90s when we were riding. I mean, I think that today's society has gotten, you know, smarter. Obviously, they're wearing, you know, protective gear and things like that. But I don't think it takes anything away from it. But, you know, don't judge people who don't if you do, and people who don't judge people who do and call them names or whatever. Oh, you pussy or whatever. Sorry for.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
All right, but it's just everybody's got their own opinion, and you know, even though I have children and things like that, I want them to be safe. My daughter, she's 6. She rides her own four-wheeler. You know, she got a little 125. Of course, she wears a helmet and stuff like that. And when she looks at me, she doesn't ever ask, "Dad, where's your helmet?" She knows. I mean, not that I'm against helmets, just don't need one right
Well, so
now.
what would you say? I guess that you already alluded to it, but I wanted to get your opinion on what you would say to some of the people who are saying that video put a black eye on the community.
They're probably right.
I don't know. I mean, because I guess I see, like, Belly, I see the point of somebody not wanting. I've said it. I don't want somebody to die on this thing, and then they're going to have all kinds of regulations, and then the people who do ride it safely and correctly and conservatively are going to have to deal with the quote-unquote stupid people riding it the way that, you know, maybe was depicted in his video. I understand that.
But I've also said you got to push the limits. You got to find the limits of this board before you even think of dreaming it bigger than.
So how is what he did any different than watching Bodie ride around with no helmet on, or Jeff McCosker riding around, sending it through trails with, you know, all these guys, Dave Stewart flying around. They don't have helmets on.
You don't wear a helmet.
I don't wear a helmet. Now, the only difference is we saw him, Bart Miller, wipe the fuck out. But why is he the black? I want to know why he is the black eye on the community. Black eye on the community.
I'm the black.
Yeah, I know it sounded like black guy on the community. I want to know why he's the black eye, and yet you've got other riders who are completely, like, you know, superheroes to everybody. I mean, like, everybody just loves these awesome riders that ride around with no helmet on either. Just because we don't see their crashes, I don't see the difference.
Well, I want to answer a question that you said earlier, which is, you know, what makes everybody hate you? You know, let's just go back to you don't want to put a stigmata on the one-wheel community in case somebody dies. Well, talk about that. Why haven't we banned cars with all the wrecks? Why haven't we banned motorcycles and airplanes and drugs and all these things that are, you know, are killing people? But because they choose to do it themselves. That's what free will is all about. And if you get on one, you basically sign on to the fact that you yourself have taken the initiative to do something that is very dangerous, potentially deadly.
Now,
I'll take that risk.
That's a really good point. On the other side of that, I'm curious to hear your response. If I was to play devil's advocate and say, yeah, but guess what? Driving around in the 70s was a lot more fun and less regulated than driving around now. We used to drink beers in the car and just drive around and go on rides and cruise because it wasn't as heavily regulated as it is now, with all the idiots coming out of the woodworks and driving around like morons, driving at 104 miles an hour on a freeway. Isn't that possible that maybe you know, one-wheeling 10 years from now might not be nearly as fun as it is in the wild, wild west that it is today, and that might be what people are worried about?
Yeah, you know, but I mean, situations and time change regardless of the people who are in it. And, you know, we're always looking to the future to change things. So I would hope that riding one wheels in the future is different than riding one wheels now. From what I've heard, they're coming out with a new one with suspension. I don't know if you've ever ridden a mountain bike with suspension or not, but they suck.
Wait. All right, wait. Breaking news. Hold on. What?
Suspension.
Suspension?
That's what I heard. That's the rumor going around. It's supposed to be out in March.
Damn it, dude. Now I got to go and dig into a whole nother thread of things that I got to learn about. I had no idea. Go ahead. What's up?
On the forum and from another person. So I haven't seen or heard anything besides that.
Why would you say that suspension would not be good?
Bounces you.
Have you ever ridden a mountain bike with suspension?
Yeah, it's comfortable on my ball sack. It's great.
Oh, man.
That's true. One wheel. I mean, imagine how comfortable do you want to be on a one wheel? I mean, you start getting comfortable, and that's when you bust your ass.
I mean, that's a good point.
The board's stabilization already is kind of in its own level of. It's now your board's able to bounce kind of when you're on it.
I don't know though, because I'm going to tell you right now, I ride that Godway Tesla that feels like it's got suspension on it. I mean, you look at some of the the guy who does all the reviews. Anyway, he's like, I swear this thing's got suspension, and I actually gave it a little bit. It does have a little give, and it feels a little weird. You're right. I think that would feel a little bit weird if it had suspension. I'll tell you what, if that's what they're doing as a new board, instead of fixing their customer service and all of the repairs that are taking place, I literally wrote to them over a week and a half ago. It's been like I'm spitting all over my computers.
Listen to this.
It's been 9 days since I reached out to customer service about my One Wheel Plus, and I haven't heard a goddamn thing back. And I have heard that the reason. Listen, I know we're all in the same boat, but Bart, I have been told that this is another reason that people are pissed off with you. Because did you receive word from Future Motion after that video came out pretty soon after that they wanted to use it in promotions, or what? How did that go?
It went fine. Basically, they wanted to be able to use it as a learning tool against the pushback. Now I figured out how to get over a pushback, and I mean a lot of the people, Bodie and the rest of them, Jeff Monster, you know, you can get up and stay right up on top of the push, and if you're a good enough rider and you understand it, I mean everybody tells you to put your foot back towards the wheel, but you know, push your foot towards the front a little bit. Get up on top of the push, you'll feel it, and then just very slowly just work it up and down. Just not a lot, just a little, and you will continuously go faster and faster. I was in St. Augustine riding with Ryan Hurwitz, and man, I flew by him. I mean, and I understand now that once you go past the limitations of the speed and where you're going, it's not if you're going to bust your ass, it's when. And so the longer you do it, the better chance of you really hurting yourself is. But yeah, you can go way over 20 miles an hour.
Well, I would like to say, as we wrap things up, and I just appreciate you spending some time with us here, dude. The reason that we wanted to have you on the show, the reason that I mean, this is on me. Look, if you're mad at me for having Bart on the show, I'm sorry. But I want to be able to, I want to be able to highlight people who are in the community, whether they are popular, unpopular, liked, unliked, revered, or looked at as villains. We're all people, and it's so easy to just hate on somebody through the internet. But I have seen nothing about negative from Bart. Sorry, I've got a lot of things coming to me at once.
Positive.
I've seen nothing negative from Bart.
Nothing negative
after his video. I mean, I know that some people aren't pleased with the way that your cheerleaders kind of pump you up, that's whatever. But as far as listeners, I want you to ask yourself: have you ever seen or heard this man say something? That guy right there say something that was negative or hate-filled? Or really come at the amount of vitriol that he has received, believe me, if I've gotten this much in 24 hours, I'm pretty sure that he's received a lot more over the past few months. So I would imagine that it must be hard to, it sucks when the internet's yelling at you. Mm-hmm. And I haven't seen one negative comment or post from him. And that's the reason I said, you know what? I'd like to have him on and get to know him a little bit better, maybe give other people a chance to do the same, because I don't see what everybody else is seeing, to be honest. And I'm sorry that you're getting that.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of positive stuff too. You know, I mean, I've been posting a lot of different things, and you know, I have a lot of people that I don't know why, but you know, hey, you're my hero, whatever. I've done absolutely nothing but wreck a one wheel, but I mean, I enjoy it just as much as the next person. You know, sometimes I feel more. I get out there and enjoy it. So when somebody has something negative to say about that, then that's on them. That's not on me. I mean, if you're going to be negative, you're probably a negative person.
And I've seen, listen, I'll be honest with you. It's true, but I'll be honest with you, man. I know some of the people who are hitting me with some negative things, and they're not typically negative, which is why it bothers me. I've got people who have been on the show saying, let me know when he's on so I know when to skip. And I think that's some bullshit. Like, I don't think that's fair.
I'll watch. I love you all.
I don't like that at all. Like, if you're going to come on our show and then tell me that I'm not allowed to have a different guest, like, that ain't right. That's just not right. So moving on, before I let you go, let me see what that grip tape is on that board behind you, because it's pretty badass.
Right, yeah.
And I want to know where we can find it, because he's got this custom grip tape that was made for him. Or, I mean, I think, oh, it's upside. Oh, there it is. There it is.
That's so awesome.
That's so cool. It says Bart Miller. But Belly's got a question for you.
But I got to ask, because, I mean, as a Bud Light man myself, why not Miller Lite? It's okay. It's garbage, right?
I mean, Bud Light is so much better than Miller Lite.
Ding, ding, ding.
If it's there, I'll drink it, but I'm a Bud Light man. I mean, I always have been.
Too.
It's smooth. It's crisp. It's refreshing. What the fuck else could you want out of a beer?
There he goes. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Bart Miller joining us on the Voice of Onewheel. Bart, really, dude, thank you for your time, man.
Can I give a shout out to Jeff White for the awesome tale that he made me, and a shout out to Ryan Hurwitz for the incredible graphics, man. I mean, if you want any of those things, you can contact them. They're on the One Wheel owners page. And I love you guys. Watch you and listen to you all the time.
Thank you, Bart. We appreciate you, and hopefully, you know, people realize that you're a person too, and you've never done anything negative in the community. If anybody is asked what has he done for the community, well, he gave Future Motion at least a video that they can use to show finally a documented nosedive, which they didn't have the balls to put out themselves. And second of all they do is ride around and smash fruit with. However, he also has been nothing but positive. His friends might have been pumping him up in a way that you don't like, but that man alone has done nothing but positive things, and I'm tired of the vitriol coming in, myself and him, for absolutely nothing. So, Bart, thank you for joining us, dude. We will talk to you soon, okay? There he goes. Bart Miller, thank you for joining us, and let's do this. I appreciate you guys getting through that with us. I've had a blast. He is an awesome guest for us. We will join you next when we give away Jeff White's custom footpad to all of you beautiful social media loungers. VIPs, this one's for you, coming up next.
What's up, y'all? It's Maddie Mads here. This show is sponsored by TTR Studios. Whether it's weddings, parties, karaoke, audio, video production, and all your entertainment needs, call TTR Studios, LLC at 703-850-2223 or check them out at ttrevents.com. Start the show, Looch.
Go. Here we are again at this song. Twice in one show, you've given us this song.
I can't get enough of it. It just puts me in a good mood,
Do you
man.
wake up to this song?
I do.
You should change it. This should be your alarm. Everything is awesome.
That really feels like Lego Movie. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. Again, on another wonderful Voice of Onewheel here on Tuesday. We will be taking next week off. We are not doing Voice of Onewheel, and we are not doing weekly Onewheel challenges next week.
Are we doing Luch Dog next week?
We'll do Luch Dog in the morning, but we are not going to do anything for the Onewheel community at all next week. We're taking a break.
But we love you.
Not because we don't love you.
We love you. I love him.
I'm spanking him a little bit. I'm gonna spank him a little bit. I don't appreciate. Listen.
No, go ahead.
We do this for free. We do this for nothing but your enjoyment, and it takes hours on our part. It takes effort for me to go through every single one of these weekly Onewheel videos, put official times on, stay up with it, put up new challenges for you guys, put together new content, get new guests, and then get screamed at because I didn't get the right guests on who haven't even reached out to me in the first place. I had no idea you even wanted to be on.
Well,
no, I'm not here yet. Let me go. I'm not done. That is enough. That's enough. I've had it. Okay, this is something that we do for free. I want you to imagine Jeff White giving out custom foot tails every day to everyone for nothing. I want you to imagine McCosker giving out everything on the float.life. He just gives it away for free. He doesn't charge you a penny. That's what we're doing. This shit costs money, son. It is at least 10 grand that we have spent on this show so that you can have it for free. So all of your bullshit comments about how we're not allowed to have one guest on, fuck off. I am sorry, but give me a break. I am angry. I am sorry, but this has just been building up in me. And I'm not talking to anybody specifically. I'm talking to the group of masses that have let me know. Let me know when Bart's not on so that I can know when I can tune in. You know what? That ain't very.pro. That ain't very.pro. That's all I'm saying about that. That's no. I ain't having it. I'm not going to sit here and listen to people talk about how great this community is, and then the moment I have one guest on they don't agree with, they become elitist as fuck. That ain't right. It's a time to look in the mirror, folks. And if I haven't reached out to you, this is hard. There's like 8,000 people in the community, and I have one person a week on.
I would like to point out that, and while this is not to discredit part,
do I need to calm down? I'm sorry. I don't mean to yell at the listeners. I love you guys. You guys are the reason we do this. But do you understand the amount of anxiety that has gone through my brain for the last 24 hours just getting hate mail and hate mail and hate mail from people who have been on this show, we have given our time and our spare airspace so that we can promote what you're doing and the different groups that you're starting and your products. But we decide to have one person on who's been nothing but positive. Maybe his friends or people you don't agree with, but you can't find one post from that guy that has been negative. And you're going to come at me with, I'm not watching your show anymore? Get out of here. Get the fuck out of here. I
also want to point out, and this is, again, not to discredit Bart Miller's appearance on the show. We're glad to have him on. He was a fantastic interview. I thought he was great today. He was actually not even the first person, or I even think the second person we reached out to get on the show this week, and it was one of those
guys. Onewheel Jesus is coming on next. Okay, like, get out of here trying to tell me that I'm playing favorites. I'm tired of it. I'm fucking tired of it. I don't have any names to people who are calling me out in the social media lounge. If I don't know your name, how am I supposed to get in touch with you? If you would like to be on the show, we have done nothing but be supportive of anybody who's asked. Guess what? They've asked.
Couple things from
They've asked. And when I run out of people, I have an 8,000 person group to choose from. If I didn't choose you, I'm terribly sorry. A lot of you I consider my friends, and you're coming at me with like, I'm not watching the show anymore. And I'm just saying, wow, you clearly don't appreciate what we've been doing for free with our time, our effort, and all of this so that you can enjoy this every single week. That's fine. We're going to take next week off.
From the social media lounge. My boy Luch needs a margarita and beach life right now.
Shot of tequila. Will you go give me a shot of tequila?
Do I go get it right now?
Can you do that?
All right.
I'm sorry. Can we go? I feel like I need to now bring it back down the tone. I needed to let that out.
Also, let's see. Some say you need a dab. Some say straight tequila, so they know you very well.
All right.
So yes,
I'm
but
sorry.
also they want to send you virtual hugs.
I need one. I need hugs because I've been getting nothing but just thank you. Let's get tequila in here. We'll just start taking shots. I have been getting crushed for 24 hours and I don't get it. Okay? That's all I'm saying. I don't appreciate, like, I've never, Belly, figure it out. What are we doing?
I don't know.
I didn't appreciate yesterday at all. I didn't appreciate it, and I never come at the listeners. And if you think I was talking specifically to you as a person, I'm not. I'm talking to the group. I would never tell you specifically to fuck off. And you would, why would you tell your listeners to fuck off? Listen, sometimes we need ourselves to be in check. Sometimes we need to call out future motion. Sometimes I need to call out our listeners. And I told somebody this morning after I was on the phone for about an hour and a half with like 4 different people. I take this as a massive compliment because clearly you guys care. You care enough that you feel passed over because I haven't asked you yet to be on the show. I am terribly sorry. Like, we also have full-time jobs that we run around this. And by the way, this is my busiest time of the year with weddings coming up. Like, everybody gets married in the fall over here. So if I missed something that has been called out in the social media lounge, we watch back. We try to get every comment. But man, if you're going to just flip on me because I had a guest on, that ain't right, man. We have been doing a lot more for this community than that deserves. So thank you for letting me let that out. I love you guys. We wouldn't do it without you. The whole reason we do this for free is because of you. So let me get some fucking tequila in me.
So today's rant was sponsored by Cabo Wabo, where tequila meets Sammy rock and roll.
Let's
Sammy
give away
Hagar.
something for free. That's another thing. Like, we're giving away $130 foot pads, jeans that cost like $140. We're giving away fenders.
Those
We're giving
Boulder
away all
denim
this
jeans,
stuff.
shout out.
Can we get a little bit of just like trust us to put together a good show? And if we have somebody like Bart Miller or Angel Cooper on, who now is in videos floating around with Jeff McCosker, it's fucking beautiful to see.
And I wouldn't let you take a shot alone, by the way.
Take a deep breath. And if we are going to be .pro, I'm not just calling out .pros. I've just seen a lot of .pros not behaving it that way. And then a lot of other people showing me that, listen, you care about this show. But we need you back on board and not just blasting us for having a guest. You know how hard it is to book guests and not get people pissed off at you? Cheers to that.
Cheers, salud.
We need a guest booker. That would be great. As soon as I get One Wheel Jesus, who's coming on next, the guy from Birmingham, who's on a radio show, guess what's the first thing I did? I reached out to him. I said, let's get him on the show. Let's have him. Yep. That tastes terrible. Let's have him,
I liked it.
Introduced to the community. But he couldn't do it, so I had to fill a gap. I reached out to somebody, and we get crushed. If you are in the social media lounge, first of all, we are here for you first and foremost. You make time for us every single week.
Get out of here, Amanda Thompson, not knowing who One Wheel Jesus is now.
One Wheel Jesus, the guy in Birmingham with the nightgown, with the hospital gown, and the catheter coming out. I mean, the guy is just unbelievable. The story is crazy. His name is Mark Lindsay. I talked to him. He couldn't make it this week. We're going to get him on eventually, hopefully next time we do it, which will be 2 weeks from now. We're taking a break because Adam's going on vacation and spending this time somewhere else. I'm going to take the effort and the time that I put on weekly One Wheel challenges, the Voice of Onewheel, all of this, and I'm going to get better. I'm going to rest up. I'm going to get over this cold. I'm going to get over this rain, give you guys a chance to get through the rain and take a break from editing. We're just going to take a week off. I think it's the right thing to do.
Yeah, beach, ladies, time, fun.
Let's do it. Get some floating in. But first, let's give away something for free.
Yes.
Let's do that. 571-354-7338. Call me right now, and we will give you a free custom foot pad from Jeff White himself. He is excited to provide that for you. So 571-354-7338. Give me a call. First caller in the TTR Studios call-in line. You're getting a $140 pad made to your liking. And thanks again to Jake Leary for passing that on. That's amazing. I'm really sorry. I am sorry.
Man, these people know us way too well.
Why would they say?
He said, Bentley's just sneaking off for a week to see his new girlfriend in L.A.
Jesus Christ. You see, that's what I'm talking about. Social media lunch, you guys are the best. And Maker's Mark, whoever you are, I don't know your name. Please reach out to me. I'd love to have you on the show. Whatever it is, the product that you're doing, I plan on reaching out to Justin Lewis from 8 to 10. I want to have him on here. I want to get anybody. John Rambo, you want to come on the show, dude? Let's do it. I realize that some people think that we have been passing over some and then sitting on others, and I just want to make sure that we hit everybody, and today was the beginning of that, so I apologize if it rubbed you the wrong way, but somebody about to win some for free. Caller, who are you? Where are you from?
Hey,
who are you? Where are you from?
I'm Chris from Maryland.
Chris from Maryland. All right, Chris, you want to drop your last name out there, or you want to keep it a little anonymous?
Last name Jakes, Chris Jakes.
Chris Jakes from Maryland. Do you already have a custom foot pad?
I do not, but I am in desperate need.
You are going to freak out when you get this, sir. Congratulations. Hold on, I'm going to do it 3 times in a show. Hold on there. Chris, we got to get his info. So, Chris, what we'll do as more calls are coming in is we'll grab your info here in just a second. But, dude, you're going to love this concave foot pad. Have you ever even tried one?
Yeah, man. I've tried a few of the one tail, Cobra, and whatnot, but the Jeff White looks incredible.
Well, I mean, he makes it to your, basically, he puts it to your foot stand. He's going to ask you what your foot size is. He's going to ask you, do you want it extended? Do you want it to be normal size? So let's just go over that now. I'm curious, what would you want? Do you want concave? Do you want it flat? Do you want it extended? What do you need?
I want probably keep it the same size as the pad, but I definitely would like a deep pocket concave so I can really lock my foot in.
I mean, dude, you're going to feel a difference. I can't ride on a flat pad anymore.
After I tried something with like a pocket to put your foot in, it's really a game changer.
I was gonna say game changer. You took it right out of my mouth. So what kind of stuff do you ride there in Maryland? Have you ever come out, dude? First of all, I got to get you out to DMV and Floatville. But what kind of stuff are you riding? Oh, the calls are going nuts. What kind of stuff do you ride? Typically trails, grass, gravel. What do you feel?
Mainly a lot of trails, single track, dirt. And then, I mean, occasionally we'll do the monuments and pavement around. There's tons of a whole network of trails in D.C.
Have you ever gotten to Virginia? Have you gotten to Virginia yet?
A little bit. My wife and I did the Lake Fairfax pump track last weekend.
Dude, I grew up 5 miles from there. Hell yeah. All right.
Yeah. We only got about 10 minutes there before the rain hit, but we got a few laps.
All right. So, Chris, what is your last name again?
Jakes, Jacqueus.
Okay, fantastic.
So, Chris, real quick, just to get your information, just text this number after the show today with some contact information for yourself. Just text that call-in number, and we'll get that footpad out to you as soon as possible, man.
Wonderful.
All right, dude. Chris, thank you so much. I've seen you posting. I thought it was Chris Jock, but it is Chris Jakes. Correct?
Yep, that is correct.
Chris Jakes from Maryland, dude. You just got yourself a brand new custom foot pad from Jeff White. Congratulations, and thanks again for listening, man. We appreciate you.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Anytime, buddy. Have a wonderful float. That is it for us. We gotta go, Belly. What's going on in the social media lounge before we get out of here?
They're just saying congrats to Chris. Everything's good. Let's see. VA is amazing rides. Yes, trails. People are saying in Colorado, some people called and left a voicemail. Rebecca Randolph, I see you. We missed a couple calls there. The guys really wanted that custom foot pad.
They like their Jeff White pads. Yeah. We are going to be giving away a whole, like I said, I've got 4 more sponsors for the next 4 weeks. So yes, I'm going to take a week off and start. Yeah, I'm going to get a little more intimate with my new lady friend out in LA. Whatever. You guys know me way too well. Jesus. I need a break.
That's the life we chose.
I've been getting screamed at for 24 hours, man. I need to get laid. Jeez. You guys are the best. Thank you guys for putting up with my antics. I appreciate everything that you do for us. Thank you for making the time. We will get you on. And please understand I'm going to go a minute or two late. The reason I got so offended, can you come to my camera, please?
Got it, Luch.
Thank you, buddy. You're doing a great job today, Belly. The reason I got so offended, guys, is because I think we do a really good job. Belly, I want to talk to you on this. Dude, I'm hurt. I feel like we do a really good job of trying to be supportive of anybody who wants the support or looks like they need it. And I feel like all of a sudden, all of the goodwill that we've built up over the last 8 months of doing this just got ruined.
Yeah.
Everyone's just like, oh, cool. All right. You've been doing it for 8 months. It's been good. We really appreciate it. We tune in every week, but you're going to have that guy on? Pfft, fuck off. You're dead to me. And it's like, whoa, that ain't right.
I mean, I haven't seen the comments like you have from anyone.
It's been nonstop, man. Did you hear that influx last night? It was like ding, 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 ding.
I heard it, and I understand people's level of, if people do happen to feel that upset about something and they have their mindset about it, fine, that's great. Like, fight your battles, stand behind them, live your life the way you choose to live it. That's absolutely
I want you to
fine.
feel like you could talk to us. I'm glad they felt like they could reach out. That means a lot to me.
I will say, as someone who reads the Social Media Lounge all the time, who's someone who's deep in there and who tries to get as many comments as I can
it's hard.
out of
You've
the
got
Social Media
hundreds
Lounge.
of comments to sift through.
The comments, and I'm also trying to filter them in as keeping them relevant to our conversation, and also I'm also trying to think of the switching and things like that. But for me, from what I always see out of the Social Media Lounge, and I will always give them credit for, is that the Social Media Lounge is always in the back end a positive place. And while where people are gonna, when things get down, they are gonna bring you up.
They drive the show. Like, you guys who watch live drive the show.
Mm-hmm.
You drive the show. I mean,
the reason we get calls is because we have live listeners. That's because of you. That's because, and we also, well, it's because we give away stuff. We wouldn't be able to do that if we didn't have the live listeners.
Look, this
we
wouldn't
wouldn't
feel like a real radio show if you weren't tuning in live. And I feel like I owe our Social Media Lounge an apology, because the truth of the matter is, whether or not you feel like somebody, okay, if somebody is offended, whether or not I think they should be, it doesn't matter. They're offended. And I have to respect that. That's whether it's
absolutely deserve
racism, society, gender stuff, whatever it is. If you don't agree with it, it doesn't matter. That person's still left offended. And so I want to realize that maybe I have been overlooking people in the Social Media Lounge who have just been like not feeling like they wanted to reach out. Maybe they were just hoping to be asked, you know, maybe they were just like waiting to be asked, and like, well, I don't want to just be like, hey, can I come on the show? But like, Jesus, he's going to ask like this guy who just did nothing but nosedive before me. Guys, if that's the case and that's you and I'm describing you, I am sorry from the bottom of my heart, really, because I had no idea you wanted to be on this show. Do you have any idea? Belly knows I hate booking guests. It's the worst.
Yeah.
Because I don't know who to get on. I don't know who wants to be on. And a lot of times, most people are coming to me, and when I run out of room, then I just say, okay, would you like to come on? And the person says, yeah, dude, I can't come on at Tuesday at 11. I have a job. That's mostly what I get. Yeah. And then it's like, oh, I gotta find somebody, and I don't want to just find anybody to be bullshit, because I care about our listeners. I want it to be good, not just anybody.
And I also like to point out, it's not like we're planning on stopping anytime soon.
Oh, we're just, believe me, we're just getting started.
We're just getting started, folks. We have a lot of content to bring you all the time, and there's more for this sport to grow.
We're trying to get this on X Games for all of us.
We're gonna want you. We will get to you, and whether.
But please let us know. Just let us know.
If you feel like you want to come on, or you have something to share with the community and bring out the best of this community,
let me know.
We want to highlight you. We want, and even if it's not what you think is the best in this community, even if it's not what you may think is the best or .pro even for this community, we want to bring every aspect of this community out into the open and bring the people out to you.
It's the point of the show, guys. I can't just have a certain group of people on, and when I do that, you guys start getting mad at me because I'm only having McCosker and Bodie and Amanda Thompson on. Okay, well, you know what? Like, I have to branch out then, and that's the whole point. We want to get to everybody. We want to get to everybody, which means every now and then you might not like or agree with one of the guests. But what I get offended is when you say, I'm out altogether, or when I see comments from somebody I've never even heard of before. Oh, didn't look. Dude, Belly, how about this one? I saw this one today. Didn't take long for this show to run out of material just because we had Bart on today. It's been 8 months.
We probably have
Get
like
out
the
of
next
here.
4 shows really
planned out and with free stuff to give away. We have no idea. We're going to be doing live shows from Float Life Fest.
Some people weren't available on this day.
Some people just aren't available on Tuesdays. Guess what? Your boy's driving out to Float Life Fest to do live shows every single day of that week. I will be doing a live broadcast from Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and that I can't do Friday. I have to leave Friday, but I'm doing live broadcasts Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of Float Life Fest from Colo Bike Park, and I was planning on giving out $1,000 of our money. So how do you think I feel when I go with $1,000? I had am I wrong?
No.
Did we talk about this already?
No.
We didn't talk about this?
No.
Yes, we
talked about it. I thought we as on the show in front of everyone.
Dude, am I lying and bullshitting and saying that I was already planning on giving $1,000?
You're absolutely. You were going to do that.
I was. I'm not doing it anymore. Fuck that. I'm not going to give away $1,000 for people who are going to yell at me for having on a guest they don't agree with.
They're not though. I think
that's bull. No,
I think you're focused
that's
on
not right.
I think you're focused on a very small group. I think the people that are in the social media.
It's the group that I thought were into us. It's the group that appreciates what we do.
I think they'll come back. Honestly, and not to discredit their beliefs and their thoughts and everything like that, but I think we provide something that's really great for them. I think that we provide something that's really forward for them and something that changes their aspect on the community.
So without beating a dead horse,
I think they'll watch this show today and realize they're also. And I think you're focusing on too small a group. I think this group absolutely
no.
deserves it.
I focus on everyone. I care about all of our listeners. Is the truth?
Yes, you do.
And if somebody reaches out to me and is this upset about one guest, I take it personally.
That's where I'm saying don't take the reverse. I'd say
Belly, it's $1,000. What would you buy with $1,000?
Oh, we got a call coming in.
Go ahead, put them on the air. I'm all for it. $1,000. What would you do with $1,000? I was just gonna hand it to you. Just to say thank you. But we've got a caller on the line. I want to see what they think. Caller, who are you? Where are you from? And thanks for joining us.
Caller,
hello.
Jonathan.
Hello, Jonathan.
It says on hold. Hold on. Try again.
All right. Stock, call again if you want.
No. I mean, pick it up.
Hello, caller. You're on the air. Who are you? Where are you from? No, he's calling again.
Oh, he is.
There you go. All right. Well, that's clunky.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, we had him.
That's fine. I want you to understand why I'm going long today. Why I'm sweating. Can I have one more shot of tequila, please? I'll pour that while you do the phone calls. We'll just hang out with everybody today.
We're just hanging out in this hot room today.
Look, if we're going to take next week off, we're going to hang out and we're going to go late.
You can see us glistening because the longer we're in the studio, the hotter it gets.
I'm sweating fucking ball sacks over here. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But everybody asks, why do you never go long? Well, because we never really had a reason to. Today we do. Drink a shot with us. Everybody, let's all just chill out and hang out together.
Sorry about that.
Don't you apologize. He hung up on you.
No, it was me. It was me. The line is on hold and ready to go.
Let's hope. Caller, who are you? Where are you from?
Hey, it's John calling from Denver, sitting with AJ Grove.
Oh,
AJ Grove and Jonathan Stock.
All right, what's up, you guys? What's going on? Am I being an asshole right now? Am I just, I don't know. You just tell me what's going on.
You're not being an asshole just to everybody else. You're also being an asshole to yourself. And everyone sitting around in your direct vicinity, you're like a vortex right now. And I wanted to give you a digital hug. Or
over the phone hug. I like it.
Over the phone.
I'd hug him, but I smell so bad right now.
I feel like Adam Cooler and Luch Dog are starting to cross paths, and that would be like Bruce Wayne getting upset with what Batman did, and he never let that happen. So digital hug.
There you go.
I appreciate that because what he's saying. All right, can we just take shots with Jonathan Stock?
Oh yeah.
Can we do that? What are you doing? You got one in there? Get in there. You got a day off. You got a day off. Don't you try to sneak that with me.
The social media lounge said you were drinking anger juice, which
I am drinking anger juice.
I agree. Tequila is an anger juice.
We're signing off in 3 minutes. Or who knows? But
Luch, my only recommendation is still give out the 1,000. Don't let the haters throw you off your game.
Exactly.
Seriously.
Haters are too small to worry about.
John, hold on. We're gonna take a shot in your honor. Hold on.
Get that on drink.
Oh, good choice.
Good choice. John, we talked about this before. I apologize for getting. You're right. So John was the one who actually got me to realize never go by Adam in the studio because you're gonna take things personally when it comes at you. John, are you going to tell me that you wouldn't feel like when you put a service out for free and you're promoting people who are trying to promote their paid products and then you want to start giving away things of your own money, wouldn't that bother you? That people just come out the woodworks over one guest?
It might bother me, yeah. But at the same time, I think that you understand also from having the Luch Dog in the morning show is that there's a job to be done and there's an unwavering thing to be had. And so, like, the winds might not blow in your directions all the time and favorably, but you just got to figure out how to course correct and not let the blowing winds bother you, if that makes sense, right? Like,
it does.
You can't do anything about the wind, but you can do plenty about your own sails.
Well, but you know what, John? That's a good point, and I appreciate you saying that. I think that we have an opportunity on this show to do something special. And that's not saying that we're doing something amazing. I'm saying that whatever this show, whoever's doing it, the fact that this show exists to bring people to light it's guys, I take it seriously. It's special to me. Because
Luch, have you ever been a part of a building project?
Well, no.
Where, the last thing you have to get is a certificate of occupancy, and that's where a fire department comes in and determines how many people can be in the building at one time, right? Well, I mean, this may be a really good way to have an inspector come in and go, you know what, there's 35 people in here. There's room for 60, but 35 egos isn't gonna happen. So maybe getting rid of 10 or 15 people will make room for 40 or 50 other ones, if you get what I'm saying. I
do get what you're saying, but I don't want, I never want to alienate anybody, because I appreciate where the vitriol is coming from. It comes from care of this show. I appreciate that. I just feel like
But you're always going to alienate someone.
That's true, but John, I think we have a chance here to bring to light and change people's perspective on things. I love that. Like, can I tell you how much it makes me, like, just tickled that people don't pick on Angel anymore, and they shouldn't. It's over, and I want people to stop picking on Bart. It's over. Like, it's over. Let the guy be.
Yeah.
And I hope if it means that you pick on us because of that, that's fine.
Bring it. I got plenty to bounce off.
All right. I'm done with my rant. John, do you want to take a shot with us or no?
No, he doesn't drink.
I don't drink, but I will do something else for you, Luch, which you should probably do.
I need to chop down a goddamn Christmas tree.
Trees for days.
That's good. That's very good. Jonathan Stock from Denver,
All right,
we appreciate
later,
you. Thank you, man. We'll talk to you soon.
Right. Later, buddy.
All right, later, boss. I love that guy. All right, let's get out of here. Is there anything from Social Media Lounge before we go?
We've had a really good Social Media Lounge today. They've been very active.
I love them to death.
And honestly, everyone in there is positive influences on this community, and they're positive influences on us. Without them, we are nothing. Without them, they've made this show, and
you are
what we have
the stoke in our fire.
Yeah,
and we appreciate
That's why
you.
they deserve that $1,000.
They do. I'm going to give the $1,000 away anyway. I'm going to do it, but at least to let me feel hurt for 1 minute.
Yeah.
Can I just peel back the curtains and show you how much we care and how much this actually matters to us? It's not something that we do for an hour a week so that we can just hear ourselves talk. We find merit in what we're doing, and we're just so glad that you're on board with us. So thank you guys for being here with us. It has been 15 minutes of bonus material for you. We got to get the fuck out of here and keep drinking. Now I'm day drinking for the rest of the day. Let's go get drunk, Belly.
I did plan on going out and getting drunk today.
So. Spider-Man and drinks. That's what's happening here at TTR Studios. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks, but we will do Luch Dog in the morning. But we're going to take a break from weekly One Wheel challenges. Get your editing. Get a break from editing. Take a break. You guys have been killing it. I want to give you a break while it's raining. Take a little bit of time. We'll see you guys.
Your challenges, have a good week.
What's that?
Your challenges, have a great, fantastic week.
Is to just be happy. Find happiness in the world, and if I have yelled at you or you felt like I've yelled at you today, please understand.
I love you.
I do love you. I really appreciate where you come from, and it hit me hard this week. Thank you for letting me express that. We'll see you guys in a couple weeks. It's Voice of Onewheel in TTR Studios.